The questions. Our first one will be from Chip Towers, and then from we'll go to Wesley. Chip, I don't think we can hear you, buddy. Wesley, why don't you give it a try while we wait for Chip?
Sounds good. At this time last year, Georgia had defeated Ole Miss and was preparing to face Florida. So how has the cancellation of last year's SEC tournament motivated you for this year's competition?
I mean, it just, the biggest thing I took from it was like not tomorrow's not promised as far as like, you know, basketball with everything going on with COVID. So I think just taking one day at a time, trying to get better each day. I'm trying to find something new to focus on as a team and individually has been the main thing that I focused on personally. I know team-wise, we're always trying to find ways to get better. And Coach Green is a big development guy, whether it's, you know, like I said, like you know, individually what you got to get better at, and obviously he's always preaching how do we get better as a team. So I think those are the biggest things, is finding ways to get better, because nothing is promised, especially with this pandemic going around.
Chip, you want to try again? All right, let's go to Palmer and then Augusta.
Yeah, Sahvir, obviously y'all are in a winner, you know, go home situation. How does that change things for y'all entering this week?
It, you know, has a new level of urgency. You want to play, you want to keep playing. You don't want the season to end short, especially when you feel like you put games together this year where you feel like you can play with anyone in the country. We also put halves together like that. So, and this could be some of our last seniors, this last time playing. So every game is shit like, man, we can never play a college game again. So that intensity and that focus, that level of effort and everything's been, you know, magnified on times 1,000 level going into this. And hopefully our play can kind of be shown in us winning that game tomorrow night.
Hey, Sahvir, what are your goals heading into this week, and what would you consider a successful run in the tournament this week?
My goal is to win the SEC tournament. A successful run is getting there. And hopefully by us winning a couple games here and getting into that championship, we can sneak into the NCAA tournament. I think that would be a successful run for me, and I know all my teammates have those same goals and aspirations.
Thank you.
Let's go to Mark Weiser and then Mike Griffith.
Hey, Sahvir, you're part of a young nucleus with this team with guys like Tamani and KD. What do you think it will take to, you know, for this program to take the next step in terms of, you know, adding pieces or buying in more, or, you know, as you look to, you know, have a good run this week and head into next year?
So I'm taking that as a two-part question, because can you repeat that? Because some of that stuff that's not necessarily in my job description, as far as like, you know, knowing what pieces we need. I know the guys are here more than capable enough of winning games, and we're all working hard to get better at what we need to do. So that's not, I don't think that's really a question for me to answer, but I'm fully confident and know that we got what it takes to win at a high level. We've shown the potential to do it. We've beat some really good teams. And like you said, you know, with a young nucleus, there's going to be some growing. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be ups and downs. So throughout the process, we're just gaining experience. And, you know, we're maturing as the season goes along.
Thank you.
Sahvir, this is Mike. Good to see you again. I guess I won't try to look too far into the future, but I want to look back. They put up the all SEC team. Tamani Kamara didn't get recognized. I guess I would just ask you your thoughts on Tamari, what he brings, and you know, what's ahead for Tamari in his future, and what is he going to need to do in the tournament? That's a three-part question, by the way.
Well, I obviously think Tamani is an all SEC caliber player. He means all to us. Without Tamani, we aren't the same Georgia team. I believe he leads our team in rebounding and blocks. You know, he's probably top 3 in scoring. And his deflections is probably has the highest deflection rate on the team. just his activity and his presence is needed. And what I see in his future, I mean, I think he can be an NBA player. He's constantly in the gym. He's a gym rat. He wants to get better. He's coachable. And I know all this is going to do is just motivate him to get in the gym and keep getting even better. Everyone in the program here, we all believe in him. And I think as he continues to put the work in, his confidence is going to get better. And then next year, you'll see him on the first team All-SEC.
Let's go to Anthony Dasher and then Jed May.
Hey, Sahvir, good to see you today. Of course, last time you guys, faced Missouri, you came out with a victory. Going into a one and gone type situation, how much extra confidence does that give a team, knowing you have had success against the team you're about to play?
Yeah, that gives a lot of confidence. Going against a team that you previously beat, especially you beat them at home. But also we understand that it's going to be a new game with having one of their best players back with Jeremiah Tillman. We understand what we have to do to win. We understand it's going to be a good game. But at the end of the day, like one of the guys said earlier, it's a win or go home. So they're going to come out hungry, desperate to win a game, and so are we. And it's going to be a dogfight. And at the end of it, we should be the guys to move on to the next round.
Hey, Sahvir, just kind of following up on that a little bit. You mentioned earlier you've had halves this year, games this year where you've gone toe-to-toe with the best teams in this league, including Alabama last Saturday. Does this team have maybe more confidence going into this tournament this year than maybe you did last year, just knowing you've, I guess, competed with the best teams in this league pretty much throughout the entire year?
Yeah, I think we do. From a record standpoint, we've won more games in SEC at this point than we did last year. So obviously, that's also always a confidence booster. We got guys who with experience that are new to the team, as far as the grad transfers. They come from their respective programs and they were winning. We've got guys who were in the SEC tournament last year, so we know what it looks like. So we know what to expect. We know the type of energy and intensity that is needed to win games. The attention to detail is such more greater in the SEC tournament. So I'm pretty confident in what our guys can bring and on what we're going to bring tomorrow night.
Okay, Sahvir, thank you for your time and good luck in tomorrow's game.
Thank you.
Okay, PJ, we're going to start off with questions from Anthony Dasher and then Mark Weiser.
Hey, PJ, I just want to ask you just first of all, of course, Missouri is going to have Jeremiah Tillman back for this game. Just from that standpoint, having that 6'10", 260-pound guy to deal with, how much different is it going to make this game for y'all?
It's gonna be a game. I feel like it'll make us play the same way we always play. I mean, we don't really game plan for players, we game plan for the team. So we just went out competing for trying to win the game.
Nice.
PJ, I guess you've played in ACC tournaments. Obviously, this is a pandemic. It'll be very reduced attendance. What are you guys allowed to do in Nashville, like when you're not in meetings? Are you very limited of what you can do? Is your tournament experience different than when you played in the ACC because of wanting to be safe?
Totally different. The pandemic has made everything very limited. For us, it's very limited because we can't afford to get sick or get contact tracing from COVID because we want to play. So that's the biggest part about it.
Let's go to Mike and then Jed.
Yeah, hey PJ, how's it going? I know you're probably still getting to know your teammates and all that. I want to ask you about Toumani Camara. I mean, his background's unique. He's from Brussels, Belgium. Is there, and forgive me, I'll admit I'm completely ignorant of the Belgium culture to the extent that I don't know if there's anything about Toumani Camara that would make him seem any different than anyone else. Is there anything that's a tell-all that he's from Brussels and not raised in the States, that he's from Belgium? How did you learn that? And is there any anecdotes or any background that would indicate he's from outside the country in that way?
Not really. Just, being around him, speaking to him, that's the only way I can tell. Like, okay, you're from Belgium, because you know his English is good. Don't get me wrong, but you can always tell like that his accent. You know, he's from Belgium, but you know, he's a very talented player, and I'm glad he's here.
Hey, PJ, I guess just since the beginning of conference play, you know, how do you think this team has gotten better? And, you know, where is the confidence level of this team now versus, you know, when conference play started with, you know, y'all lost 4 straight games to open SEC play up?
I feel like our confidence level is there. We make runs, and we make sure that we do everything possible in the pre-games, and trying to plan for a game to make sure that we have every possible ability to win that game. And I feel like we stay up growing.
Let's go to Generica and then Palmer.
PJ, you guys have accomplished a lot this season. Can you talk to us about how prepared that you guys are for this upcoming tournament?
We're very prepared. I feel like with our coach, he gonna make sure we have the right game plan to go by, and make sure that we game plan for the team to the best of our ability to go out there and play the game and compete.
Yeah, PJ, really 2 questions here from me. First of all, as a senior, knowing that this could be your last time out on playing college basketball, does the intensity get amped up a little bit when you get to this time and it's win or go home? And then, you know, looking back on the last year, you know, how would you reflect on your time at UGA? Because, you know, a year ago now you were still at Virginia Tech playing in the ACC tournament, and now you're a completely different conference and all the ups and downs of this past year.
Definitely there's a level of intensity. I feel like I'm just taking it all in right now. Coming from the ACC to the SEC tournament is very different, but also everyone has the same goal. You always want to win the tournament, and you just come here to compete. You know, no other things really has made the tournament as much more different than the ACC tournament, but we just all come here to compete.
Let's go to Augusta, and then we'll see if Kelly has a question.
Hey, PJ, from y'all's previous experience with Missouri, I just want to know, what are some of the keys to beating them again that you've, you know, thought about or been talking about, you know, just what's going well and what can you do to pull it out?
We just got to be the best version of us that we can be, and it'll give us the best opportunity to win the game.
Kelly, did you have a question? Okay, PJ, thanks for your time, and good luck in tomorrow's game.
Thanks.